In this video, you will see what is the top 10 best starter mythic units in Anime Adventures Update 17.5. Every units in this video are all obtainable and not from trading. I do want to know what do you guys think is the best unit for beginners in this update, and remember to subscribe and like. And with that being said, in no particular order, the first unit is Gojo 6 Eyes. Gojo is a must-have since he has an ability called Unlimited Void that you can manually use on placement in this update 17.5. Gojo's 6 Eyes stats at map grade 9 and max level are 48,321.34 damage with his SPA at 6 seconds, making his damage per second at 8,053.56, which is incredibly strong for a support unit. When Gojo's Unlimited Void ability is activated, both ground and air enemies will be frozen for 8.5 seconds, which is insanely strong, especially it makes Gojo's damage twice more. You will be needing 6 Rikugen Eyes, which can be dropped from Mahoti, Vogo, and Hanamo at the Jujutsu Kaisen Infinite map. The drop rate of Rikugen Eyes is 10%, and you'll be able to have 6 Rikugen Eyes in one day. If you played for 24 hours, of course, and you can infinitely upgrade his Limitless with Rikugen Eyes and 6 Eyes. Gojo's damage types are Magic and Aqua. Okay, next unit is Bell Argonaut. He is one of the newest unit added in this update 17.5, with him being extremely strong for beginners. Bell Argonaut stats at max upgrade and max level are 138,060.98 damage with his SPA at 8 seconds, making his damage per second at 17,257.62, which is extremely strong for beginners. How to get Bell Argonaut is from the tier 25 in the Key Hunt Battlepass in this update 17.5. Bell Argonaut damage types are Magic and Storm, which he will be very useful for the new tournament if you do not have a sushi. Oh my goodness, bruh. Alright, next unit is Oshi Idol. Oshi is one of the most strongest support in this update 17.5, especially she buffs your units by 15% damage and making the upgrade cost 20% less, which is insanely strong. You can place Oshi Idol anywhere in the map and your units will still be buffed. Oshi Idol's passive only works on you and not other teammates. Pairing Oshi Idol with farms will make it cheaper for you to upgrade your farms, and not just making your farms cheaper, but also making your units upgrade cost less, which will be valuable in short maps like story mode, infinite castle, portals, and many more. Let's go. Alright, next units are the buffs. Bringing buffs to support your units is a must thing to do, especially having Wenda in your team can increase all of the magic units damage by 100%, which makes her one of the best buffer in the game currently. Although if your team is more physical, has more physical units, then I highly recommend to use Erwin, since he buffs all physical units by 100% if done correctly. Okay, next unit is Koichi Echoes. Koichi is one of the best ground and support unit for beginners, since at later upgrades he'll become a hybrid unit and will be able to slow enemies, which is insanely strong. Oh my goodness. Koichi Echo's stats at max upgrade and max level are 116,811 damage with his SPA at 6.3 seconds, making his damage per second at 18,541.42, which is pretty good, especially at later upgrades. His slow will make enemies 80% slower, my bad guys, which is basically a freeze, and he is actually the first unit in a while to hit both air and ground enemies that slows. Oh my goodness. How to evolve Koichi to Koichi Echoes is by defeating the new raid Bizarre Town countless of times, because you'll be needing 400 killer coins and star fruits for you to be able to evolve Koichi. I do recommend to buy all of the Heart Bomb raid relics, since it will help you once you have bought every single one of them. Koichi Echo's damage types are physical and air. And good luck with the grind, guys. Make sure to grind with your friends. Alright, next unit is Tuna Reborn. Tuna is one of the newest units added in this update 17.5, and he became one of the strongest ground units for beginners. Tuna Reborn stats a max upgrade and max level are 74,552.93 damage, with his burning damage doing 29,821.17 over 5 ticks, with its SPA at 6 seconds, making his damage per second at 17,395.68. Having Mangekyo Eye Relic equipped on Tuna Reborn will make his burn damage last longer, which is pretty strong. How to get Tuna Reborn is from the tier 50 in the Flame Hunt Battle Pass in this update 17.5. Tuna Reborn damage types are magic and fire. Okay, next unit is Asushi Moonlight Beast. Asushi is one of the newest units added in this update 17.5, and he became one of the best ground units, especially he does bleeding damage, which is insanely strong against regen enemies. Asushi Moonlight Beast stats a max upgrade and max level are 158,000 damage, with his SPA at 5.6 seconds, making his damage per second at 28,214.28, which is insanely strong, especially he does 24.9% bleeding of his damage over 3 ticks. How to evolve Asushi to Asushi Moonlight Beast is by defeating the new port agency portal countless of times, which you can obtain through a portal, or you can buy the portals from Dazai at the lobby. The best trait you can have on Asushi Moonlight Beast is Divine, since he is a 4 placement, although if you're going for Infinity Castle rooms, then go for Unique. Asushi Moonlight Beast damage types are Physical and Aqua. Alright, next units are Bulma. Yeah, the money makers. Bulma is a money maker, which he tends to be useful for waves that last more than 15 waves, whereas Speed Cart is useful for rooms that last till 15 waves. Although, if you're going to be doing Infinity Castle or tournaments, you might be bringing both of those money makers. Especially having at least one of the money maker will help you progress through your games, as it will help you get more money every wave, which is insanely strong, especially for portals, story modes, and Infinity Castle and Infinite. Honestly, everywhere, like in raids too. Damn. Okay, next unit is Cho Corruption. Cho is one of the newest units added in this update 17.5, and he became the best magic heal unit since he is a multi-hit at later upgrades and having the most overpowered stats. Cho Corruption stats a max upgrade and max level are 212,000 damage, with his SPA at 8.3 seconds, making his damage per second at 25,542.16, which is insanely strong, especially he is a 4 placement with overpowered stats. Oh my goodness. How to evolve Cho to Cho Corruption is by defeating the new port agency portal countless of times, which you can obtain through a portal, or you can buy the portals from Dazai at the lobby. The best trait you can have on Cho Corruption is Divine, since he is a 4 placement, although if you're going for Infinity Castle, then go for Unique. Cho Corruption damage types are Magic and Fire. Alright, next unit is Fuji Admiral. Fuji is the best heal unit, physical heal unit in this update 17.5, especially with his 2-hit at placement, making him great against shield enemies, and overall a good heal unit, which will be great for beginners. Oh my goodness. Fuji Admiral stats a max upgrade and max level are 157,205.43 damage, with his SPA at 11 seconds, making his damage per second at 14,291.4, which makes Fuji Admiral the best physical heal unit. With how cheap he is to max upgrade as well, with an insane damage, and one of the best shield breaker heal unit, as he is a 2-hit on placement, which will do multi-hit at later upgrades. Pog! How to evolve Fuji to Fuji Admiral is by defeating the Puppet Portal, which you can get through the Puppet Island Infinite mode. Fuji Admiral costs 66,500 yen to max upgrade 1 Fuji Admiral, and his damage types are Physical and Dark. Finally, the last unit is Usopp God. Usopp is still the best boss killer in this update 17.5, especially he is a hybrid unit on placement, which means he will be able to attack both air and ground enemies and will be useful for beginners. Usopp God stats a max upgrade and max level are 414,182.93 damage, with his SPA at 5 seconds, making his damage per second at 82,836.59, which is the highest damage and damage per second unit in this game currently. Oh my goodness, that is so pog. Usopp God is extremely overpowered for Infinity Castle, so I highly recommend getting Usopp God, especially he will be able to carry early waves in any single map. Pog! Usopp God attack types are true damage and air, which he will ignore yellow shield and be insanely good for Infinity Castle as he will ignore resistance. Yeah, bye bye resistance. That was everything for this video on the top 10 best beginner mythic units in Anime Adventures update 17.5. I hope this video helped you in some sort of way. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.